All right, so number 10. Let's read the problem. It says the graph shows the amount you are collecting for selling calendars and boxes of greeting cards to raise money for a school band. Okay? So we look at our graph. So the graph tells us, my graph's about what? What's our title say? Fundraising. Okay? Remember, first thing we do when we're given a graph, that we're asked to interpret, we need to understand the parts of the graph. Okay, so fundraising is my title. My vertical measurements here are what? Represent what? Money. How much money we collected. And notice my interval is what? What are we counting by on this left-hand side? 10. So each box 10, not 1. Okay, so we need to keep that straight. Across the bottom, these are what? Number what? Yeah, well, the number sold, right? And then we have a little key over here. We're going to need to adjust this, or you're going to need to write something on your paper, because they both look the same, don't they, on your paper? Okay, if you look real close, one's a little lighter than the other. But greeting cards, I'm going to put it as blue. Greeting cards is this bottom line. Okay. So if you want to highlight that or draw over so you know the difference, can see the difference between the two, go ahead and do that. Okay. So greeting cards is our bottom line here. Okay. So we're comparing greeting card sales to calendar sales. All right. Everyone with me? So now, let's go through them. Now that we know what the graph means, let's go ahead and let's read and answer the questions. So A, compare the steepness of the lines. Which line is steeper, my greeting cards or my calendar? Which one's steeper? Calendar. Okay. Here's my calendar. It has more of a, it's close to the vertical, isn't it? That's what we mean by steepness. So let's write that down. The calendar line is steeper. Okay, pretty simple so far. Now, thinking about what our graph, our X and Y coordinates say, somebody tell me, what does this mean in the context of the problem? If my calendar line's steeper, what's that mean? Come on. Yep. You're on the right track, not necessarily more sold, but what do I know? 7? Say it again.
More gratitude.
Say it again. No, what'd you say? I just didn't hear you. All right. Which one's more expensive? Yeah, the calendar's more expensive. So that's what this means. Here, we're two are sold here. 2 greeting cards were sold, right? Here, 2 calendars were sold. So our number's the same. Are they the same pitch? Are they the same steepness? No, what makes the difference? The money collected. Okay, so let's write that down. The calendars are more expensive. Okay. Eventually, there might have been more sold, but the difference is that the calendars are more expensive. All right, so now, problem B, find the slope of each line. Well, we're given a point, or we're given 2 points, we're given a graph, or we're given a line, so we need to use our rise over run ratio. So now I'm just going to write down calendar, just going to abbreviate, and I'm going to write down greeting cards. So I'm going to write this, find the slope for both of them. Let's do greeting cards first, since it's a smaller slope. What point do they share? Let's try to make this as easy as possible. What point do they share? No. Where do the lines come together at what point? 0, 0, right? So let's start at 0, 0. Let's make the math easier for us. So I'm going to connect that point, and then there's the point at 212. So let's drop our line down. Let's run our line over. Okay, so we're using our right triangle. So what's my run? 2, 1, 2, right? We're counting by ones on the bottom, so there's 2. What's my vertical height? 12. Good job. So rise over run is 12 over 2, which is what? 6 over 1. Okay, so my greeting card, my slope is 6 over 1. I'm going to erase this. Or you can just extend it up. So now I'm going to drop down my vertical line from my second point for my calendar. My run is the same, it's 2. What's my rise? 20. So my calendar has a slope of 20 over 2, which simplifies to what? 10 over 1. Okay? Pure math there. Now, the second part of the question says, what does this mean? What does this mean in relationship to the problem? Well, 10 over 1 means what? What's my 10 mean? What's my top number mean? So we need to look at what our graph says. Yeah, how much it costs. A calendar is what? 10 money, right? $10 for what? One calendar. So it's $10 per calendar. My greeting card, therefore, is what? $6 per box of greeting cards. So that's what they mean. That's what our slope represents. My calendars are $10 per calendar. My greeting cards are $6 per box. All right, so here, C. How much more does it cost to buy 3 calendars than 4 boxes of greeting cards? So 3 calendars, let's figure that out. Let's find out 4 boxes of greeting cards, and then I want to find the difference in them. So how much does it cost to buy 3 calendars? $30. Each calendar is how much? $10. So 10 times 3 is $30. How much is 1 box of greeting cards? $6. So 4 boxes will be $24. So how much more does it cost to buy 3 calendars than 4 boxes of greeting cards? Subtract it and we get $6. Now let's make sure we answer the question. It's $6 more. Okay. It's $6 more. All right, problem D. Go ahead and figure that out. Find 2 different ways that you could collect exactly $36. So what combination can you come up with to get $36? What's one combination? What's one thing, Haley? Okay. One combination, so one combination, we could have three, we could buy 3 calendars and 1 box of greeting cards. 3 calendars is $30 plus 1 box is $6, so there's 36. I agree. What else could we do? Yeah, 6 boxes of greeting cards. Six boxes at $6 each, right? 6 times 6 is 36. All right, so we've interpreted a graph and we're able to answer questions about the graph. All right, so the rest of it, so now you're responsible to go back up to number 1 and work down through number 9, okay? Again, all that's review from what we've done all this week, okay?